All right, good afternoon, everyone. We are live. It's been a hectic day, honestly. It's been a hectic day, but then I'm super grateful that we are finally here. We are finally here. You don't want to know how how it has been today. Starting with the fact that our background is not even our usual background, so you should know the level of what I'm talking about. But then, thank God that we are here today, and I'm excited to have you here. And please share the live section. Share it to your friends, share it to your acquaintance. Anybody that is a female that you know should be live with us now. Anybody that is a female that you know, share this live with them so that they can this live session with them so that they can come on board. It's going to be an interesting section today. It's going to be a very interesting section today, and you don't want to miss it, and you don't want your friends, your acquaintances, your sisters, you don't want them to also miss today's section. So thank you so much for joining me once again. I'm super grateful that we finally found ourselves here, and we're going to discuss a very important topic today, and that's why growth requires discomfort. Why am I always uncomfortable whenever it has to do with growth? Whenever I try to take the bold step, whenever I decide to now start doing something about my personal growth and development, I become so uncomfortable. I become uncomfortable to the extent that I don't want to go forward again. That is why we are here today. And that's what we are going to be discussing today. That's why I said it's a very interesting topic, and I can't wait for us to dive right into it. So remember, if you hear that thing that makes you feel uncomfortable, that thing that you're not clear about, you're not sure about, or you need more clarification on, don't forget to send us an email with your questions at uniquefemaleacademy@gmail.com. Uniquefemaleacademy@gmail.com. Send us a message, send us your email so that we can be able to answer your question the last Thursday of the month of June. So every last Thursday we'll get to answer questions. You can see me, right? Can you see
Yes,
me? Yeah?
that's
Are you sure? Why is it not reading? So every last Thursday of the month we get to answer your questions. So don't forget to send us questions and we'll get to answer it. Send to uniquefemaleacademy@gmail.com so that I'll be able to answer your questions, and then so that it's not that it's there going live. So I'll be able to answer your question and I'll be able to give you the right answer. So if you hear that thing that makes you uncomfortable, you're not sure about, you can send us an email, send your question to us, and on the last Thursday of the month we'll be glad to answer your questions, because that's what we'll do every last Thursday of the month. So the last Thursday of the month we'll answer your question right on this channel. So today we're going to be discussing, please don't forget to share the live section. Don't forget to share the live session. Share it to your friends, share it to your acquaintances, your female friends. They need to be here. So share the live session with them and get them to come on board as we discuss this very interesting topic today. The why growth requires discomfort. Why growth requires discomfort. Funny enough, many of us want to move forward in life. We want to acquire this and acquire that. We want to grow professionally, personally, emotionally, and we are hoping that we are going to grow and avoid all the uneasiness that comes with it, and avoid all the stress, all the discomfort that comes with it. So many of us long for growth, both personally, emotionally, professionally, while hoping to avoid the uneasiness that comes with it. The truth is that you can't grow without discomfort. Discomfort is an essential part of growth. I need you to put that in the comment section. Discomfort is an essential part of growth. You see that thing that makes you uncomfortable. Whenever you say you want to now start taking bold steps, you want to now start trying to now take bold steps to be able to achieve your goals. You now want to start thinking differently. You now want to start acting differently. And all of a sudden, you become uncomfortable. All of a sudden, it's as though something is choking you. It's as though the whole process, the whole thing is choking you. That is a sign that you're actually trying to leave where you've been comfortable with and now enter a place where of discomfort. And if you're actually going to grow, the true test of growth is the discomfort that comes with it. Once you're still feeling comfortable, you're not growing. Once you're still comfortable, you're not growing. Being comfortable means that you're still in your comfort zone. You're still in the place where you're familiar. You're familiar with just relaxing and just staying. You're familiar with the little you've achieved or the particular thing you've achieved at the moment. You're familiar with it. You're okay with it. You're in the comfort zone. That's the zone where you're familiar with. And you want to now remain there. If at every point in your life you notice that you're too comfortable, it's time to move, it's time to act, it's time to change, it's time to begin to now ask yourself, what do I need to do? How do I need to improve? What do I need to get so that I'll be able to now start moving from where I am right now to where I'm supposed to be? So you cannot want that life of that powerful woman, that great woman, that person that so much inspires everybody she comes across, and yet you don't want to take up the discomfort that comes with that life. So for that woman you're trying to be, for that woman you wish to become, there is a process, and in that process lies discomfort. So you can be walking on the road and it's not comfortable. It's not comfortable. You ever walked across a path that maybe there are grasses everywhere and maybe it's now rained and you're trying to pass through that place and you realize that as the rain is touching you, the grasses are touching, there's just this, your body is just itching you. You're not just comfortable about it. You're not just comfortable about. So you must understand that meaningful growth rarely happens within the boundaries of comfort. Meaningful growth rarely happens within the boundaries of comfort. There is nothing that grows in your comfort zone. Once you're comfortable, once you're in a place where you're so comfortable, there is no, you won't grow there. You won't grow there. So the fact that you're comfortable is a pointer that you're not growing. The fact that you're comfortable is a pointer that you're not growing. So growth requires you to step into the unknown. Growth requires you to step into the unknown. There's something that happened to Peter when Peter stepped into the water. There's something that happened to him. He didn't believe it's possible. He didn't believe he could do it until he finally summoned up the courage and stepped into the water. Even though he's there sinking at some point, but just the courage to step into water and realize that he's actually not sinking, he's actually floating, must have done something to his faith, must have done something to his personality. So you must understand it. If you're still in a place where you're comfortable, where everything is you don't even need to do much. Yeah. And then you now realize that at this point now, I'm just so comfortable in this level. It can be something that you've achieved and you're not dwelling on it. It's time to move. It's time to move. It's time to begin to now ask yourself, what do I need to do? How do I need to start moving from here? How do I need to start moving from here? So discomfort is not just a byproduct of growth, it's an essential part of it. It's an essential part of it. I know how many times I felt so uncomfortable. When you're just trying to just take some steps and begin to now walk towards your goals and begin to now walk towards that woman you want to become. And you just feel this discomfort. Like your whole body is as though someone is setting you on fire. Is a pointer that something is happening within you. is a pointer that growth is actually going on within you. You might not see it with the physical eye, but for the fact that your system is uncomfortable, it means that there's a reaction going on inside of you, and that there is a change that is happening inside of you. So you must understand it. So discomfort is not just a byproduct of growth, it's an essential part of it. In fact, if you're still comfortable, I say it again, if you're still comfortable, it means that you're not actually growing. If you're still comfortable, it means that you're not actually growing. So we're going to be discussing some of the things that makes discomfort required for your growth. The first is that discomfort is a proof of change. I've said it. Discomfort is a proof of change. Once you're not comfortable, it means that you're changing. It means that you're changing. So you must understand and accept discomfort as a sign that you're changing. So whenever you're doing something and you now realize that you're just uncomfortable, just know that something is changing within you. Just know that something is changing within you. So discomfort is a proof of change. There's a change going on within you. That's why you're feeling that discomfort. So it's not abnormal. You know, most times we are trying to embark on something, and all of a sudden we start feeling this discomfort. We are no longer comfortable. And then we are not asking ourselves, are you sure this thing I'm doing is what I'm supposed to do? Are you sure this thing I'm doing, I'm supposed to be doing it? The fact that you're feeling that discomfort means that you're on the right path. The fact that you're feeling that way means that it's something that you should actually embark on. It's something that you should actually do, because it's growth. It's the changes that come with growth that is actually making you uncomfortable. So the first thing, that discomfort is a proof of change. Growth is about expanding who you are. It's about expanding who you are. You can't desire to grow and you expect to remain the same. It's not possible. You can't be desiring growth and you expect that you remain the same. The fact that you're feeling uncomfortable, the fact that you're having those discomfort is a proof that you're changing. Your body is reacting to something is not familiar to. So you're changing. That's why you're always feeling that discomfort. So you must understand that, like I said, discomfort is not just a byproduct of growth, it's an essential part of it. It's an essential part of it. So you need to begin to embrace it, because it is a proof that I'm actually growing. So whenever you feel such discomfort, when you now try to embark on a step or start taking both steps towards the woman you want to become, or maybe start changing a particular habit, or maybe start changing something that you know that this thing is not needed for where I'm going, and you now begin to feel a discomfort, celebrate yourself, because that discomfort is a sign, is a proof, is a signal that you're actually growing. Is a signal that something is changing within you. So it's important. That's one of the proof of growth, which is that discomfort you're feeling. And that it naturally feels unfamiliar at first. It feels unfamiliar at first. At first, you're forced to ask yourself, are you sure this thing I'm doing? Are you sure this step I'm taking is even the step I'm supposed to take? Are you sure? Because of the way you're feeling. Once it's that feeling of discomfort, it should not make you understand, and especially when you're doing the right thing. Especially when you're doing the right thing. Not doing based on how you feel, but doing what it is that you're supposed to do. Doing what you're supposed to. So you must understand that that feeling is a natural part, because you're not living something that you're familiar with, and now embarking on or not stepping into territories that you're not familiar with. So your body must react. Your body must react. So you must understand it. So when you start to feel uncomfortable, is a sign that you're moving beyond familiar territories. You're moving beyond familiar territories. You're now moving from what you used to know to what it is that is so unfamiliar. So you must understand that. So discomfort is a signal that change is happening. Is a proof that change is happening. So if you're doing something and you're still comfortable, just know that you're not doing much. Is that change is not happening, or you're not really doing much. Once you push yourself to the boundaries of discomfort, or maybe to the boundaries of your comfort zone, that's where the real change happens. So it's not something that you should attack. It's something that you should accept as a signal that something is going on and you're also changing. The second thing is that comfort zone limits your potential. Comfort zone limits your potential. That's why you must embrace discomfort. I just hope you understand what I'm saying. You must embrace discomfort, because you see that thing you call comfort zone, where you sleep whenever you want to sleep, you wake up whenever you want to wake up, you do things based on how you feel, not even when you need to do it, or when it's necessary that you do it. You only do it when you feel like or when you feel like doing it. It's a very big problem. So comfort zone limits your potential. You not be able to realize what it is that you have, or what you can do, what you can actually do, or your capacity, if you remain in your comfort zone. So there must be a level of discomfort if you're going to build capacity. So building requires a level of discomfort. Building capacity requires a level of discomfort. So you must understand it. So that discomfort is helping you in your comfort zone. Nothing might really happen with you. So it's going to limit you, it's going to limit your potential. You don't even know what you're capable of. That's why I always say it, and I'll keep saying it. Any system that says you shouldn't do any form of work is killing you. I'm not saying you should go and get a job in the office when you don't want to get a job in the, you must be about something. There is something that is making you think. There is something that is making you reason critically. Once there is nothing that is making you reason critically, you won't be able to realize your potential. You won't be able to now understand, okay, this is what I can do, this is what I cannot do, this is my capacity. You won't be able to build capacity because there's no demand that is placed on you. It's that demand that is placed on you that now makes you now realize that, okay, I need to level up, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to now begin to build capacity. So one thing discomfort does for you is that it makes you now come to a point where you now begin to build capacity, so that you can now be able to come into the full actualization of your potentials. So comfort zone makes you feel safe. It makes you feel safe. You're already familiar with this place. You don't want to move. You don't want anything that will stress you, like we say. You don't want anything that will stress you. You don't want anything that will now make you start trying to now stay awake. Maybe now make you start trying to now reason, or maybe now make you start trying to now build capacity. Let's use that word so that you understand it. What you're trying to say is that when you say I want to remain in my comfort zone, what you're trying to say is that I don't want anything that will now make me to start building capacity. So when we talk about build capacity more, first now think that building capacity means that you're going to stay in your comfort zone and build capacity. It's not true. If you must build capacity, if you're going to build capacity, it must pull you away from your comfort zone. You can't be comfortable building capacity, because capacity means that you're stretching yourself. You cannot stretch yourself in the place of comfort. You can only stretch yourself in the place of discomfort. Please, let's put that in the comment section. You can't stretch yourself in the place of comfort. You can only stretch yourself in the place of discomfort. Is that discomfort that actually stretches you, that now makes you build capacity? It's like you're expanding. That's what it means. So you must understand it. So comfort zones are built for what you already know and have mastered. Most times it can be something that you already know and you've mastered it. You're not comfortable in it. It's time to move. You've done it over time and you've mastered it. You're not comfortable in it. So it's time to move. It's time to step into something else that you're not familiar with. It's time to step into another territory that you're not familiar with. Another territory that is so totally new to you. That's like upgrading yourself. It will come with a discomfort, but at the end of it, you realize that you're not just where you used to be. You're now in a different place. You've upgraded. So that's one of the importance of discomfort. So the discomfort you feel is a sign that you're encountering something new. So whenever you're feeling that discomfort, I know how many times I've felt discomfort on my journey. I know how many times I've told myself, this thing wants to just take my life. This thing just wants to kill me. And it's because of the discomfort I'm feeling. You must understand that that discomfort you're feeling is telling you that you're stepping into something new, even though it's something you're not familiar with. But then this is a new territory. This is something new you're stepping into. You're building a higher capacity. So, and with it is a chance to unlock more of your potential. And as you're stepping into that something that you're not familiar with, what it does for you is that you're unlocking a new potential. You're unlocking more of your potential. Now, this thing is in stages. This thing is in phases. This thing is in stages. So it's from one stage to another. From one stage to another. You've unlocked this level. You step up, you unlock another level. You step up, you unlock another level. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. It increases resilience. So each time you face something that is different, each time you face something that is difficult, and it push and you try to push through it and actually push through it, what happens to you is that you build a kind of mental, emotional, physical. I don't know how many of you that have ever tried something for the first time, and at some point you just realize, as though this thing now that you've now carried yourself now shook your head inside, is as though there is no way out. You're stuck in it, and somehow you are able to get through it. With the difficulties and everything, you're able to go past it and get through it. There's a confidence it builds in you. I don't know about it, but it has happened to me so many times. There's a level of confidence it builds in you. It's as though there's a level of confidence you now have in yourself. That's what discomfort does. So when you still hear me, if you can still, okay, we are back. So and this thing builds courage. Okay, please confirm if you can see me now. Sorry, we had a little network issue. So please confirm if you can. Can you see me? Let me know if you can see me. Please let me know if you can see me, if you can see me, if you can hear me. Let me know. Can you see me clearly now? I think the network is back. Can you see me? Okay, so sorry about that. Network is a bit bad, so I believe that we can just we can go on. So the first is discomfort. Embrace the discomfort that comes from shedding old habits, beliefs, and behaviors that no longer serve you. You must be able to embrace discomfort that comes from shedding old habits, not those habits that this habit is not serving you, but it just makes you comfortable. You're just comfortable doing it, not necessarily because it's serving you in a positive way, but it's just something that you're now familiar with. You're now familiar with this particular habit that you don't want to change. You don't want to move past that. You don't want to now step into a place where you're not sure, you're not familiar with. So you must be comfortable, or you must embrace the discomfort that comes with shedding those old habits. Because if you're actually going to grow, if you're actually going to evolve, there are some things that will not evolve with you. There are some things you need to shed off for you to now be able to now step into the woman you want to become. There's some things you must let go of, including those habits that makes you comfortable. Most times the things that help us, or the things that helps us, are things that makes us uncomfortable. You see, those things that just makes you comfortable, makes you feel good. Every day you finish eating, and then you step it down with coke. With coke, you feel good. The next day you eat, you step it down with coke, you feel good. You're just destroying yourself. You're just destroying yourself and destroying your system. Now, most of the things that makes us feel good are actually things that we don't need. Now, those ones that we need makes us uncomfortable. That's why we try to avoid them. So we're trying to avoid them because they make us uncomfortable. And it's in that discomfort you're getting, that's where growth actually happens. That's where growth actually happens. So you must be comfortable trying to shed off those habits, shed off those beliefs, those things that have told you that this is who you are, you can't go past it. Who said it to you? This is, you can't go past this level, this is who you are, and there's nothing you can do about it. Who said it? Or maybe beliefs that said that, this thing is not for me, growth is not for me, it's for certain kind of people. Why can't we be part of those certain kind of people? Why can't we be part of those certain kind of people? So what the main some of the things I used to tell myself is, if someone can do it, so these are one of the things that you need to let go of, those beliefs that you've had, and they can't follow you to where it is that you're going. So if they say it can only be one person, the only person that it can't be more than two people, maybe it's just one person that can achieve this result, that one person can be me. That's the way I say it. That's what I believe. because of where I'm going to and because of who I want to become. So you must understand it. So you must be very embrace the discomfort that comes with shedding that serve you. You must be comfortable with shedding off those behaviors. There are behaviors you know that this thing is no longer serving me. This thing is no longer serving based on where I'm going to. This thing is no longer serving me. Those behaviors, those attitudes, you must embrace the discomfort that comes from shedding them off. You must understand it. So the fifth thing I want to tell us is stop wishing and start doing. Stop wishing. I wish when you see somebody say something, or maybe when you see someone online say, I tap from your grace, I tap from this, I tap from that. Stop tapping. If you can't even embrace the discomfort that comes with growth, how do you want to tap? Is it anointing? Does it just come upon you and all of a sudden you're from here to there? It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that.
Wake up, Sandra. I'm not feeling anything. Should I give you a
Just on the Wi-Fi from your phone. So stop wishing and start doing. Stop tapping. Just stop saying I tap from this person's grace, I tap from this person's grace. Is tapping from grace. Grace is not something that just happens in a vacuum. You see those things you're tapping, those people you look at and say, I want to be like this person, I want to be, it comes with a lot of work. That thing you're seeing comes from the place of pain, the place of discomfort, the place of work. It has they've done a lot of work. You see that discomfort you're avoiding is actually what is making them now look like someone you want to be like. That's the simple truth. So if you're going to now start trying to attain that level and trying to not become like that person, it means that you're going to embrace discomfort. You can't make progress without discomfort. If you really want to make progress in life, you must be comfortable being uncomfortable. If you want to make notable progress in life, progress comes with a lot of discomfort. Can you see me now? Are we clear now? Yeah. So you must be progress comes with discomfort. You can't make progress without discomfort. So if you're going to make progress in your growth journey, if you're going to make progress in life as a woman, you must be comfortable being uncomfortable. It comes with a lot of discomfort. Progress comes with a lot of discomfort. Studies have shown that feeling uneasy when learning or striving for a goal actually indicates that growth is happening. You see that uneasiness you feel when you now try to start taking bold steps, when you now say, okay, I want to now start learning new things, I want to now start doing something, things that I'm not used to doing, or maybe now start moving away from your comfort zone and walking into a place where you're not familiar with. It comes with a lot of uneasiness. And studies have shown is that that way you're feeling is an actual indicator that you're growing. Is an actual indicator that growth is happening. It means that something is happening within you, even if you can't see the result now. But you're feeling uneasy, your whole body is reacting because there's something going on, and then it means that you're growing. So discomfort is a tangible signal of growth. So I want you to begin to, from today, begin to embrace embrace discomfort. It's not something that should be that should that is not something that is not supposed to be part of your growth. It's an essential part of it. It's not just a byproduct of growth. It's an essential part of it. It's an essential part of it. So the neuroplasticity of the brain helps it rewire itself in response to new demands. So as you start stepping into new territories, as you start stepping into things that you're not familiar with and leaving your comfort zone, what happens to your brain is that your brain begins to rewire itself. Your brain begins to rewire itself. So the new towards the new demand that is going on. That's why environments that present challenges, environments that make you uncomfortable, environment that provokes positive or provokes you to now begin to now take both steps, creates positive changes in your brain. So that environment that presents challenges are shown to provoke positive brain changes. So each time you try to embark on something new, each time you try to take both steps, something you're not familiar with, even your brain begins to rewire itself. So there's a lot of benefits of not just staying in somewhere you're comfortable, but moving away from something that's made you comfortable to now walking into a place of discomfort. So stepping out of your comfort zone, it comes with a lot of discomfort. So how you're going to know that you're actually moving away from your comfort zone is that discomfort you're feeling. That feeling of discomfort, that's what is going to make you now say, oh, I'm not stepping out of my comfort zone. That's a signal, it's an indicator that you're no longer in your comfort zone, but you're stepping into a realm of where you're not used to and where you're not familiar with. Where you're not familiar with. So once you're stepping out of the place you're comfortable, your brain is also trying to now move past totally new to now something that is totally new. What happens to your brain is that your brain now begins to now grow new pathways to now be able to now start thinking and know how to solve this problem, on how to now move as you're moving. So it causes a lot of rewiring even in your brain. So once you now try to now move from that point where you're no longer familiar with this to now a place where you're unfamiliar with, even your brain starts to rewire. It's as though your brain tries to now function faster than it should because something is going on. So you're not just helping yourself physically. That's why I said real growth starts from within. Don't start from what you're seeing. That's why most times you can't even see what it is that you're doing physically, as it were, until over a period of time. But within you, something is going on. So real growth actually starts from within. So moving from a comfort zone to a growth zone requires some discomfort. So that discomfort you're feeling, it means that you're moving from a comfort zone to a growth zone. Let's see it in the comment section. Moving from a comfort zone to a growth zone requires a level of discomfort. Moving from a comfort zone to a growth zone requires a level of discomfort. So the reason why you're feeling that discomfort is that because you're actually moving from a level of comfort zone to a level of growth zone. So it comes in between, there's a discomfort that comes with it. In between that moving from a level of comfort zone to a level of growth zone, there is a discomfort that comes with it, and you must learn to embrace this discomfort. Let's put it in the comment section. Moving from a comfort zone to a growth zone requires, so you must understand it. The feeling of awkwardness, the feeling of awkwardness is a signal that you are stretching. You are stretching your abilities, you're stretching your potentials, you're stretching your capacity. So that feeling of discomfort you have is a signal that you're stretching your abilities, you're stretching your potentials, you're stretching yourself away from the things that you used to know into something that is totally new, and that's where growth happens. So don't ever expect that you're just going to stay And then somehow, you now realize that I'm no longer the person I used to be. Oh, I'm not so. Growth does not happen all of a sudden. It's a process. It's not something that happens to you all of a sudden. It's a process. So you must go through the process of growth. And that process requires a lot of discomfort. So embrace discomfort, don't avoid it. That's how we're going to end it for today. Embrace discomfort, don't avoid it. In fact, I will say it, look out for discomfort. Look out for it. Come to a point where you anticipate discomfort. Where you anticipate discomfort. So whenever I'm doing something now, I try to look out for discomfort. It's not like I'm not trying to avoid it. I'm no longer trying to now say it's making me uncomfortable or it's not making me uncomfortable. What I'm trying to look out for is discomfort. But I anticipate discomfort. Whenever I'm trying to take a new step, I anticipate discomfort. So it's not something I'm ignorant of. Once you just start coming and say, yes, this is it. I'm feeling this way because something is actually happening. I'll be surprised if I'm not feeling this way. Because if you're not feeling the discomfort, it means that nothing much is really going on. But once you begin to feel that discomfort, when you now start taking those steps, it means that something is going on within you. So discomfort alerts us that we are at the edge of development. It's discomfort that makes you know that you are at the edge of development. So discomfort is not just a byproduct of growth, it's an essential part of growth. It's an essential part of growth. So if you're serious about your growth journey, anticipate discomfort at every given time, at every given stage of your growth journey. Anticipate discomfort, because it's that discomfort that tells you, is the signal that makes you know that something is going on, even if you can't see it. But because of the discomfort you're having, something is telling you, it's giving you a signal, it's a pointer that something is going on. Oh, you're really developing, you're really growing, you're really moving away from the familiar, you're really stepping into the unfamiliar zone. And it's in that unfamiliar zone that you build capacity. It's in that unfamiliar zone that growth actually happens. So nothing goes in your comfort zone. Embrace discomfort, anticipate it, because it's not just a byproduct of growth, it's an essential part of your growth. So I believe you understood it. So if you're a woman serious about your growth journey, anticipate discomfort, embrace it, because it's what it's telling you, is the pointer that makes you know that something is actually going on within you. So please, if you have a question at the end, if you have questions at the end of this class, don't forget to send us an email so that I'll be able to answer your questions. Please, I beg you. You know, most times as women, we try to stay within what we are familiar with. We try to stay within what we're familiar with. It's like we're telling ourselves we can't take the risk of now stepping out of this place I'm already from. If you don't take that risk, if you don't step out, it's in that stepping out that makes you now realize that this is something I can really do. You know, most times the people that we are looking at, the people that we are looking at and say, this woman is powerful, this person is this person is that. The difference between you and them is not because that you don't have what it is that they have, or you can't become. The difference is that you're not willing to step out of that place where you're comfortable and now step into something that will make you uncomfortable. Is that your refusal comfort? So you must understand it. So those things you're wishing, I wish to be like this person, I wish to be like this person, I wish to sound like this person. Realize that that person came out of a lot of discomfort. That thing they are doing, that thing you're seeing and you're admiring it, it came out from a place of discomfort. It came out from a place of pain. So there is nothing comfortable about growth. Growth makes you uncomfortable. Accept it, receive it, let it sink down, know it and know peace, the way we say it. know it and know peace that if you're actually going to grow, it's going to make you uncomfortable. And if you refuse the discomfort that comes with it, you won't grow. So don't avoid discomfort, embrace it as not just a byproduct of your growth, but an essential part of your growth if you're going to grow and actually make something out of your life. So this is where we're going to end it for today. um I'm super grateful for joining me. And please, if you're just joining, or if you're going to catch a replay later, make sure that you share this link to your friends, and then so that they can also be able to listen and begin their own growth journey. So thank you very much for joining me. Remember, if there's anything that you're confused about and you need clarity on, you can send us an email at uniquefemaleacademy@gmail.com. So on the last Thursday of the month, we are going to be able to answer. Remember, you can become that woman you want to be. It's just going to take a few days, a few years, a few months of discomfort. But there is something the Bible said. It says, seeing the glory ahead, Jesus was willing to take the pain. So when that's why you must always have the picture of where you're going. You must always have your why. As you keep looking at your why, you realize that your why is enough for you to take the pain. Is enough for you to embrace the discomfort. For that woman you're seeing, for that version of you that you're anticipating, that version of you that you want to come into, is she worthy of the discomfort? Is she worthy of the pain? If she is she worthy of the discomfort you're going to face now? If she is, then you should step into it and begin to walk into that place or that thing that you've seen and take in the discomfort, embrace it, because that woman coming into or you're becoming, that version of you that you're seeing, she deserves it. That's why you're going to do it. So remember, you too can achieve greatness. The discomfort is part of your greatness. The pain is part of your greatness. So embrace it. Don't avoid it. If you avoid it, you remain where you are. If you avoid it, you'll still be small. 5 years from now, who will you become? So it depends. Who you're going to become depends on whether you're going to embrace the discomfort or you're going to avoid it. Embracing the discomfort makes you become a totally new person, but avoiding the discomfort pushes you and moves you away from that woman you want to become. So see you again next Thursday, and I'll be glad to have you again on our channel. Please make sure you subscribe to our channel. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and also share to any woman around you so that they'll be able to subscribe to our channel. Remember, this is not just about you, it's not just about me, it's not just about Unique Female Academy. It's a movement we are trying to push. And if you want a community where it's going to help you, a community that will help you to now focus more and embrace your growth journey, the Unique Tribe community is for you. Sign up and join us. Let's grow together. See you again next Thursday. Bye bye.